Hi, good morning. I'm the CEO of Iconeme. Iconeme is a retail technology company offering real-world solutions. It's founded and formed by people in the business of retail for retailers. Today I'm going to talk to you about the impact of new technology and the Internet of Things, and how it's likely to have a change in the retail sector. In the opening keynote at the recent Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, Chief Executive of Samsung, BK Yoon, declared that the Internet of Things is no longer a pipe dream. He explained that as well as great opportunities and benefits, there are also challenges ahead. He said that for IoT to really work for everyone, it needs to be an open system which encourages collaboration across industries and markets. This idea is also reflected in many of the future-gazing analyst and media reports looking ahead to what 2015 will bring. It's clear that many experts are predicting that IoT technology is set to have a huge impact on key areas of industry. And that it has a huge impact, and the businesses that realize the potential of the technology will most likely become market leaders in the future. The idea of a connected world where objects can communicate via the internet with each other and with computers and smartphones does seem to have endless and even overwhelming possibilities. For businesses, IoT technology offers the potential for smarter process and efficiency, more targeted marketing, and better understanding of consumers by utilizing data and insight. The opportunities are so vast that for many companies, coming up with a clear strategy for how to implement this new technology is a huge step. In the retail industry, recent research conducted by Forrester found that 96% of retail decision makers are hoping to make the necessary changes to adopt IoT technology in the near future, but over half are concerned about integration challenges. And this is a big part of the issue. To really make sure they harness the potential of this new technology, customer-focused businesses need to consider a few key ideas. Last year, online shopping via mobile devices overtook desktop usage for the first time, indicating a big shift in consumer behavior. And business needs to understand and get on board with. The move to mobile first means that retailers need to cater to consumers that are always on and connected. Companies have so far been slow to adapt to this change and grasp the opportunities. Shopping via mobile means that customers can be engaged and online anywhere and at any time, whether it's sat on the sofa at home, on the bus, or walking down the high street. Increasingly, research has shown that customers are regularly using their smartphones whilst in store to help them make purchasing decisions, whether it be checking prices and items. However, despite this fact, very few retailers are catering towards the targeted audience and are not providing any type of digital experience above and beyond the standard website format, albeit optimized for mobile, with a small percentage using native apps. The mistake is that many businesses make is that they're still thinking in terms of online versus offline, digital versus bricks and mortar. Now that customers are often active online while also shopping in a physical store, it's no longer the case. Retailers need to realize this and cater towards the always-on customer, working harder to understand their habits, needs, and changing behaviors. To do this, retailers need to focus on a blended experience, using IoT technology to create a more immersive offering that bridges the gap between on and offline shopping. For example, IoT technology such as beacons can be used at points in physical stores to send customers digital message and content to enhance their experience. It could be details about discounts, information about a current sale, or the fact that they can pick up free coffee when they're ready to take a break from shopping. Implemented in the right way, the IoT should be equally rewarding experience for both businesses and consumers. And of course, the thought that they will be relentlessly spammed by brands the moment they set foot in a store is an awful prospect to customers. However, research has indicated that handled correctly, direct mobile engagement can be extremely effective, and shoppers may actually prefer this type of communication. A study by Deloitte revealed that over half of consumers would rather consult their mobile than speak to a store assistant. Amongst other new and emerging technologies, the standouts are virtual reality, augmented reality, digital signage, and of course beacon technology. With products such as magic mirrors, virtual fitting rooms, augmented environments, 3D avatars, and beacons, which I'll discuss more in a moment, not to forget what really seem to be perceived now as the older types of technology, such as RFID, QR codes, facial recognition, and watermarks, which seem to be less and less appealing to the consumer due to the way that they deliver information and the amount of work it takes the consumer to engage with them. At Iconeme, after extensive research into all existing technologies, we chose to develop our own beacons, which we've integrated into displays and mannequins, enabling shoppers to access content about the clothes or products on offer when they're either in or passing by a store. Our product, the VM Beacon, was designed specifically for visual merchandising and retail environments, bringing together the online virtual world and bricks and mortar of stores. Empirically, no other existing technology can deliver this experience that we found possible whilst using beacons. When a consumer walks within about 30 meters of a VM beacon, they receive a notification to their smartphone which immediately engages them and starts the interactive journey. The retailer can deliver the message they want to convey to their customer and also start to educate them as to what they have in store. We equate the notification with a tap on the shoulder. The notification to the user's smartphone offers information on mannequins and the displays and opens a dialogue with them. They're then invited to launch the app, and this is where the real interaction begins, delivering specific targeted information in a clear, concise, and engaging way. Each VM Beacon-enabled mannequin or product group will interact with the user's smartphone, bringing up photos of the mannequin or product group, allowing them an overview of what's available. And from here, the user can drill down further for more information on what's being offered. The retailer has complete control of what they want to show and how the items are curated. Exploring the look in more depth, finding every item that's on the mannequin or product group, or even items that are not in the store. See the price and description of each individual item and drill down further and get more detailed product photos and information. The retailer can add offers and style sheets as well to further educate and entice the consumer. Have you ever stood outside a store and wondered where to find an item that you see in the window? Well, no problem now. Click the Where in Store button and we'll tell you exactly where it is. Each individual product can have its own location and customized description. This feature allows consumers a quick and easy way of finding the retailer's product without having to find a sales associate to guide them. Customers can share product with friends and family via social media, mail, or messaging. Not only is this a great way of helping the consumer to get a second opinion and sharing looks, but also gets the retailer's product out to a greater reach through social media channels, which further promotes your brand. So the user finds something they like, but they're in a hurry or the store's closed. Not a problem. Just click the shopping bag and they'll be taken directly to the retailer's mobile website where they can purchase the product directly. This gives the consumer greater flexibility and service, and the retailer will benefit from a sale that may not have been possible without this feature. Consumers who have the Iconeme app installed will receive push messages to their mobile devices even if they're not in the proximity of a beacon. The content is fully customizable, so the retailer can deliver offers, campaign photos, and video with the push of a button. And this is a great way of educating customers when they're away from the stores. So you can't decide on a product, or you just want to show it to friends and family, then save the look for a later day. Users can save every detail that they see whilst they're in the store on their mobile device, allowing them to view, share, or purchase an item at any time at home or on the move. The retailer can control when the look is removed from the device, so product is never out of date. We've created an exciting and engaging in-store experience that assists and educates the consumer. Our product delivers many solutions as opposed to just one or two. Other developed technologies in this field lack content. Ours focuses on engagement, education, and overall shopping experience, which in turn drives sales. Of course, analytic data is an important feature to enable the retailer to understand the way that they engage with their customer. This knowledge further allows the retailer ability to enhance the customer journey and service their clients' needs in a more educated and considered way. But don't take my word for it. The worldwide press, both in Britain and spoken media, have embraced this technology and the solution that it delivers. It's been cited as the next logical step, and accolades continue to come in from consumer trade and technology press. This attention is further building both consumer and retailer awareness and engagement. The technology was launched as a fully deliverable product just under a year ago, and our first retailers went live last August. There are a variety of existing clients ranging from department stores, multiple retailers, independent stores, and even art galleries. Several other launches are to be seen in the coming month, both in Europe and the USA. And as you can see, this type of interaction is extremely valuable for both customer and retailer. The customer can instantly access information they need about the items they're interested in, and the retailer moves a step closer to understanding its key audience by creating a truly engaging IoT experience. Several things will influence how IoT evolves, and it will be shaped ultimately by the consumer's wants and needs, as well as their acceptance of behavioral changes. We all know the old adage, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I believe that privacy and data will shape the way we are allowed to do business. What level of data sharing is the consumer willing to trade off with the retailer in order to get something back? There seems that mobile users grudgingly accept that their privacy may be encroached in order to get the benefits of services such as store discounts and offers. Currently, the debate is in full force with companies such as Telefonica and Intel trying to address a broad gamut of issues surrounding how the Internet of Things could impact society, whilst political parties are calling for an ethical framework to deal with the chaos around data sharing. Ultimately, one would think that the consumer would dictate the outcome. From Iconeme's perspective, we're looking to further engage our users and have several new developments being worked on, one of which is giving a more personalised service to them, which is specific to their preferences, needs and tastes. And by doing this, we're giving the user more reason to engage with our retailers and our product. We believe that if the level of service we deliver gives greater value to the user, then they will embrace the changes that this may bring. And I believe that delivering a meaningful service or experience is the way to engage users for the technology providers to expand the Internet of Things. Iconeme is a creative company, and when we develop product, we look for real-world requirements and offer practical solutions to meet both the retailers' and consumers' needs. No matter how well we design systems and anticipate customer behavior, none of us can get it 100% right the first time. However, creativity has a way of breaking through preconceived barriers. And for example, if someone was to say, I'm going to build a retail fashion store, I'm going to make it very dark with very loud music and make it highly scented, and for good measure I'm going to remove all of the windows, a retail analyst would strongly advise against this format. However, it worked perfectly for Abercrombie & Fitch. What this tells us is that we need to understand our user, and whatever we design is subject to personal interaction, ease of use, and a factor of wow. For IoT to work in the real world, solutions need to be smart with a purpose. And as with anything, IoT is subject to fashion and trends, and ideas and systems can be discarded as quickly as they're adopted. Technology does However, bring a greater insight and real metrics into the equation, and this will allow us to be more creative and invent better solutions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. I'm going to put my cards on the table and say I'm a skeptic. I live Bentall's in Kingston,
Yes.
right? I live 5 minutes walk from that. Now, I like QR codes. I know they're a bit old-fashioned, but the good thing about QR codes is they're obvious. You know, you see a QR code, you know what to do with it. Whereas with augmented reality stuff in the past, where brands have tried to say, hey, load up our augmented reality app and just scan random things. You've no idea what it is you're scanning. You've no idea that there's a point of presence there. QR codes are good. I go to Bentall's every few days. I walk through it on my way home. I had no idea this was there.
It's off at the moment, that's why.
It's turned off?
Yes, for the moment.
Okay. But building on that, through augmented reality, through offer codes, through mobile, even emails and stuff, it doesn't seem as though what you're talking about here, the offer to consumers so far hasn't been enough. You haven't got people who go into stores saying, yeah, if I scan my phone on that, then I get a 5% discount. People still don't do it, at least as much as the retailers would like them to do. Is that a technology problem? Is that a human acceptance of change problem?
I think you're in a minority that you like QR codes. What we've found is that actually people like to be engaged without having to get their phone out and focus and try and get.
But I'm in control of that. I haven't got this tap on the shoulder you talk about.
But you are in control because you don't have to. You can turn notifications off. You don't have to download the app. You still have that ability to have that control. What we found is retailers are moving away from the QR code and they're very much embracing beacons generally. I mean, there's talk that there will be sales of 3 to 5 million beacons worldwide this year, and it's on a big upward spiral. And we've just come out of the RBTE show and spoken to probably 75% of the country's top retailers, and they are embracing, maybe not 100% with us, but generally embracing beacon technology as the way forward for ease of use for their clients.
Does it work as well on different platforms, iOS and Android?
Perfectly great on both, yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Any questions at all for Jonathan? Straight away. And just while the microphone's working its way out there, show of hands, who has engaged at a kind of beacon or iBeacon level outside of their job at a personal level while they're shopping in town while going through a store? 2 or 3. Okay, yes please, sir.
Yeah, you mentioned that customers prefer looking at their mobile phone or consulting their smartphone rather than speaking to an in-store assistant. Have you actually looked at this problem and tried to see whether or not you could actually engage the staff better?
Well, I'm taking statistics that people like Google have come up with, Deloitte, et cetera, and they're coming out more and more and more. Our job is to give an option. You know, I talk about things like magic mirrors. My background is visual merchandising, so I know retail and I know the stores. And basically, people want the windows to say beautiful and this sort of thing, and they want to engage with the store. We know that, unfortunately, in this country and in many places, our store staff are not of the quality that we may want them to be. So we have to look at other ways of driving traffic. And we also know that people are moving off of the high street and shopping online. So this is a way of trying to pull the tech people back into the stores.
Excellent. Another question at the front here.
Thanks. Quick question. So I'm walking past the store,
Yes.
and it's turned on. What do I have to have on my phone in order to get the initial prompt?
You either have to have our Iconeme app, or we're working with retailers to put it within their own app. So either one of those, and Bluetooth engaged.
Okay. And so at the moment, what percentage of people who are walking past, so if Bentall's was on, are actually getting a prompt to their phone if they haven't got?
Well, they won't get a prompt without. An example is we have the technology in House of Fraser in Aberdeen. We launched it in August, and between now and then we've had 16,000 engagements. So something's going right.
Okay, brilliant. Afraid that's all the time we've got for now. We do need to move on. Hold those questions. Grab Jonathan for now. But for now, please give a wonderful applause to Jonathan Berlin. Thank you.